consuming these videos, consuming so much content, and it's normal, right? You do it, I do it, bro. I'm gonna be honest. So many people do it. It makes you kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. You think like, wait, what? What do you mean? These videos are educational. These videos, like, I'm actually learning some shit. Yeah, it's true. You might be learning some shit, right? I'm realizing it makes you kind of weird socially because the more time you spend in front of the screen, the more time you spend watching videos. Think about it. What do you do when you watch a video? You sit there. You listen to the person talk. You watch the entertaining video, maybe it's Mr. Beast or whatever it is. You watch it, you're sitting there consuming it. When you're in a normal conversation with the person, you have to formulate a response, right? You have to listen and formulate a response to what they're saying. While when you watch a video, you don't need to formulate any response. Consuming all this content, all this shit, yeah, sometimes it's educational, but if you don't actually go out and use it, actually responding to it and making a change in your life, then nothing's gonna happen. And it makes you weird because when you actually go into real conversations, no one can formulate responses anymore because if you think about it, that might be the reason why none of it, like all of us are so bad at communicating right now, because no one formulates their own responses anymore. If I'm saying it in such specific terms, like we don't formulate our own response. All we do is consume, and then we don't actually respond to it, whether that be in the conversation or actually taking action on what the person is saying. So it's like, no wonder I'm so shit at talking to people, and you probably are as well. You listen, and that's why those videos that say, oh, watch this if you run out of things to say, they get so many views. Because everyone is so shit at communicating now. And it's no wonder when you go in a conversation, you don't know what to say because all you're used to is just taking in shit, just like, not never formulating a answer to what the person has to say. Actually listening and seeing what you can contribute to the conversation. And so you're just awkwardly just thinking, oh shit, what should I say? Maybe that's why we're so lonely nowadays, because instead of, we're all so bad at communicating, and it's so weird nowadays to communicate that, like, I'd be going on a bike ride or I'd be walking and I just see people with their headphones on. There's nothing wrong with it, right? They have their headphones in, but like, at least look me in the eyes, right? Like, see, come on, bro. I'm like walking past and they're just looking down. My head's up and I'm like, I'm right here, man. Like, there's an actual human being walking past. Say hello. It makes you so weird. Technology has made us so weird nowadays that, like, we can't even talk to each other anymore. And I'm guilty of this too, man. Oh, we all probably are, man. We just consume. Watch this YouTube video. Watch this. When there's like an actual human being there, a presence there, you don't even acknowledge them. Just walk past, like. So it's just like. I fucking like, you know what I mean? It's like, maybe that's why people are so depressed as well, man, honestly. We don't even acknowledge each other anymore. It's so weird to communicate now. I've noticed that when I'm going past someone and someone's actually, for some reason, not got headphones on, which is a nice thing to see. And then I say, hello, how are you? And then they're actually surprised that someone talked to them. They're like, oh, yeah, good. Man, it's fucking sad. Before the olden days, I bet everyone was so nice to each other because we're not all like freaking, like, I don't want to say that word, but NPCs. Maybe the fact that you even know what an NPC is, it probably means you're an NPC because you spend too much time on the internet, including me. Like, we spend so much time, it's like, oh, NPC. We're all NPCs watching these videos. So many videos on the internet that is. I thought about this, and I find myself becoming that as well. When you consume so much content and you're like with your head down and shit, when you're walking past, when you're in public, you don't even acknowledge people's presence. Nothing like, oh, I'm being weird by trying to talk to more people, but everyone's lonely, everyone's sad, everyone's depressed, and it's no wonder why, because of the internet, because of consuming all this shit. For a bit I was coping. I was like, yeah, it's actually kind of weird that I keep talking to people. People look at me weird sometimes, but then I'm like, it should be the other way around. Isn't it weird that we don't communicate as much anymore? Isn't it weird that we don't acknowledge another person's presence when they're literally right there? It's scientifically proven that talking to people And being more social makes you happier. So it's actually weird that we don't do it as much anymore. We have the internet, yet we're so disconnected from everyone with our headphones here, just walking like this, freaking. It's no wonder everyone's so lonely, man. Consuming content and just being on the internet in general, to be honest, is making us all weird. I think when you step away from YouTube, when you step away from any kind of app, you start feeling like a normal person again. Recently, when I was spending so much time on the internet, it was kind of weird to talk to people. But now I'm realizing it should be the other way around. It should be weird not to. And you might think like, oh, but it's kind of cringe. Everyone's on their phones, everyone's busy and like all that kind of excuse. But think about it. It would be nice if the world was like that, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if people acknowledged your presence, wouldn't it? Be the person that you wish everyone else was. Because when you're like that, you feel so much better than being any other normal person who just walks around being an NPC. I don't like to use that word, NPC. You feel so much more better, man. You feel so much more connected with the world, even when people don't respond. But the odd person does, right? And if the more you open up to the world, the more you talk to more people, you start getting so many more opportunities than you ever would being a Sigma male NPC that just walks around like this, that doesn't communicate, that just spends too much time on the internet. I wouldn't have met the two really good friends that I have now, even though I've barely been friends with them for that long, man. If I wasn't born into the world, I would not have met them. I would still be spending so much time inside, not seeing the sun, not seeing the blue sky. When you step outside, if you just, I don't know, just something about it, like you're looking at the sky, you're looking at the green, and then suddenly it feels good to be alive. And then the more you step away, the more you just feel happier, and then you end up being more social, and then you start even enjoying it more than you ever would just walking around like this, ignoring everyone, not being as open, spending your time in front of your screen, connecting to someone that you don't even know, like in this video, someone that doesn't give a fuck about you. I mean, yeah, of course, like, I care about you, bro. Otherwise, I wouldn't make these videos, but not on that level. You'll probably never meet me. You'll probably never meet any of the people you watch on YouTube, and you'll never meet anyone if you keep doing this. You keep spending all this time in front of the screen, watching YouTubers. I think you know that you have to stop it. I think you know that you have to reduce your screen time. You can't just be consuming as much content, because it makes you weird socially, and it just makes you unhappy. And I think you know that. And this will just, I guess, serve as a reminder for you. Cut this shit out as much as possible. Bro, honestly, it makes you feel sad when you start realizing how much happier you are outside, out and about, being with good people, just working out together in the park, or going to the gym together, going on hikes together. And you feel so much more happier than you did watching a random guy on YouTube, watching random videos on YouTube. You feel so much more better. You feel so much better, man. Let this be a message to you that consuming content isn't worth it. Sure, in the short term, you might feel like you're improving. But if you don't respond to it, it's not going to help you. And it doesn't help you socially either, because the more you consume, you get so used to just consuming that you can't even talk to anyone anymore. You can't just let life happen to you. It doesn't work. You have to make things happen. And if you want to meet someone, if you want to meet a good friend, if you want to ditch your shitty friends, then you have to open to the world. You have to talk to more people, but find an online community of some sort, maybe, and try meet them in real life. How are you gonna be the person that you want to be if you're just in front of the screen? Next video. Seriously, man, that's not life, is it? That's not good, is it? And it's the same thing every single day, you know that it doesn't help you. So let this just be another message to you to just stop watching as much content and start becoming normal again. And when you start becoming normal again, you realize how weird the world has become.